And so I'm on the stairs and I'm looking at her and she's looking at me, she's smiling. I'm like, oh my gosh, she's smiling at me. This is great. She actually does like me. I didn't think she liked me. And she just looked at me and I looked at her and she just went, I need the rail. So,
hello, you.
Hello, hi.
Mr. Nathaniel.
Hi, Mr. Philip Dehaney.
How are you?
I'm not too bad, thank you.
I've been dying to get you on.
Oh, great. Well,
I know you're going to give me the tea.
Am I?
You're going to dish everything. I've got a whole list of questions I want to talk to you about.
I have no doubt you have a list of questions. As to whether I'm going to answer them is another thing.
Well, you know.
You know, we'll see.
You might.
We'll see.
So you're a busy boy at the moment. Were you always busy?
Yeah.
Straight out of Mountview, you were straight into the West End.
Yeah, in a way. I'm grateful because, like, as we all know, this industry is very competitive and it's fierce and it's cutthroat. So I'm grateful to be able to still not be sinking, but, you know, just floating.
You're doing more than floating.
I'm trying.
You're pedaling.
Trying to do the most. Yeah, I'm pedaling. Yeah. I like that. I'm pedaling along. Yeah.
So you're in Waitress at the moment?
I am.
What a show.
It's great. I love it. Everyone there is so amazing. And the music is phenomenal, of course. Sara Bareilles writing it. The show is beautiful, so powerful, such a great message.
Did you know the songs before?
Do you know what? I'm going to be really honest with you. No, I didn't. All the guys in my choir were banging on about auditions and about the show, and they were almost putting me off. I was a bit like, really? this is another one of these, you know, great shows that I know nothing about, and I already feel intimidated because I don't know anything about it. So I'm not going to make out like I'm cool and try and catch up so I can join in their conversation. I'm just going to let it go over my head. And lo and behold, I got an audition and I'm in the show, and I love the show, and I can't believe I didn't know any of the songs. And you know, I'm even more of a fan of Sara Bareilles now than I was before. Yeah.
She does write some bagging hits, doesn't she?
She's marvellous. She's remarkable. I adore her. Don't tell her that.
So there's been lots of swinging on and off.
A lot of swinging. But we like to swing.
When are we going to get you on as Jenna?
We don't know. We don't know.
That'd be nice.
Well, I've been on once. I did 2 shows on a Saturday.
Yeah?
And that was enough.
Yeah.
It was so daunting considering that, you know, we're so well rehearsed and like the show is so slick and tight, but it's going on, isn't it? It's actually being there at that moment, in the moment. You know, you're wheeling on stage and there are the audience and it's like it's do or die. You just have that feeling and that those nerves, you know, that you have to sort of channel into a greater energy. So I managed to get through okay, and I've had some lovely responses from like some of the fans of the show and all my colleagues that were so supportive. We're so supportive at Waitress. So it's really nice. It was lovely. But I'm good for now. You know, whenever I get to go on again, I'll enjoy it because it was a great, enjoyable experience.
But the fans are so supportive, aren't they?
I've never known
and
any fans like it.
And it's for everybody. It's not just for the likes of Lucie and
who so rightfully deserve all the fans. I'm a huge fan of her anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, they really do care for each and every one of us. Like whenever we finish a show, most of us, you know, get to sign at stage door. We sign their autographs and stuff, and they all want our autographs and they want to take pictures with every single one of us, which I think is quite sweet. It's quite lovely because you can be a bit awkward, you know what I mean? It can be very awkward. You're like, do you want my signature? No. I'm waiting for Joe Suggs. So I mean, that does happen sometimes, and you're like, okay, I'll just move on to the next.
So what's he like?
He's amazing. Suggs? He's incredible. He's such a cool guy. I'm so grateful to be working with him. He's such a team player, and he's funny. He's got all the funny bones in the world. He has like all the gadgets as well. The other day they had like this cockroach that looked so real and live. They were just playing around with, scaring all the girls in the wardrobe. You know, that's the kind of stuff that he does. He's hilarious. He's great.
I mean, that must have been so much pressure for him to kind of come into a show like that and then to feel like he had something to prove before he'd even started.
Right. Which I did. I felt it for him because I don't think that's easy.
No.
You know, but I feel like he came in and he bossed it, and he's taught me a lot about focus and energy. Right. Like when you put your mind to something that you really want to do and achieve, you'll do it. Because that's exactly what he's done. In my opinion, he's one of the best Ogies that we've seen. Yeah. Like, he's incredible. I think he's great. And the fact that he's proven all his naysayers wrong says a lot about him.
And you've got Joe Montague coming next. He's going to be
I can't wait.
Great,
he's incredible.
He's so much fun.
Yeah, I know. I can't wait. I'm excited. It's great. It's like the changing of the guards all over again.
Yeah.
And every time there's a fresh energy, and they all bring something great and different to the whole thing. So it's fantastic.
So this constant changing of the cast, this isn't new for America. This is something they do all the time over there, but it feels new to Britain. Like in the UK, people tend to stick with a show for like a year, and I think Waitress is probably one of the shows that's kind of broken that mold, if you like. Yeah, I would have to agree. It's the audiences that kind of don't understand it necessarily or get behind it yet.
Right.
But for you as performers, you don't mind it, do you? Swinging on and off. Like David Hunter made a really nice post about like he's going to enjoy the 6 weeks he's off, and
and I think that's kind of how you have to be in this industry.
Yeah.
Like, the industry is ever evolving and changing, and I think if you don't go with it, I think you'll get stuck. You'll find it difficult, and I think that's the most important thing. I'm not one who is good with change. I'm an old goat. I just like things the way they are, but I've learned to just flow with everything and just evolve and accept everything, and just make it work for you in whatever way you can, and welcome everything. So I welcome, and we all welcome the changes that come about with the castings, and it always works. It always works out. Like, they know what they're doing. The casting directors, all the powers that be, they know what they're doing with Waitress. They're keeping the energy fresh and great, and everyone has an opportunity to get into Waitress and be a part of the family. So our family now, if you like, is huge. We got Jack McBrayer, Blake Harrison, Joe Suggs, the Ogies, and so many other people that have come in to play those different characters. They're all part of what I see as the Waitress family, and that's beautiful. And each time another person comes in, you get to see things being played differently, a new, fresh energy, and it keeps the show fresh as well, I think, and the audiences. So I think it's great.
And for you, this wasn't your first time at the Adelphi, was it?
No, you've been doing some real digging, haven't you?
I've been digging deep.
Yeah, this is my second time.
Go, Joseph. You know what they say.
Yeah, this is my second time.
So
you bear it?
Yeah. Well, what was it like to come back? Have it changed?
Yeah, it has.
Yeah.
Child, the Adelphi's gone all bougie on us. Hey, we got like key cards and stuff. I got a lanyard, and I got to tap it in to get in.
How long ago was it when you did Joseph?
Fantastic. Sorry?
How long ago was it?
Oh, are we really going to do this right now?
Okay, we won't go there.
That's rude.
But
it was
which
many centuries ago.
Way back.
Many centuries ago. It was a while ago.
Which brother were you?
I was Naphtali, understudy Benjamin and Judah.
Who's the thief?
Judah. Who's the thief? Is it you? Yes.
I love that show. Did you see it recently?
I haven't seen it yet. But you know what? The other day I was thinking about that show because I saw a clip of what they do, and I was just like, if I was to try and do that show now, I think I'd have an asthma attack.
I know, it's full out energy.
Like, I remember the mega mix that we did, and I remember just like my heart pounding and my chest wanting to tighten, like halfway through it. So, and the stuff that they're doing now with all the flips and the tricks and well done. Again, Joseph, keeping it fresh. Another great example of making sure that musicals and shows stay fresh. Because the choreography in that now is fantastic. Just the same, if not more so than when we did it.
Talk about tricks and tricks. What about your voice? You've got a few tricks in there, haven't you?
Oh no, I wouldn't call them tricks.
You know what I
I call them hazards.
Trip hazards.
Trip hazards, exactly. That's what they are. No, like, as you know, I love to sing.
Yeah.
And just give me a stage and a mic and a platform, I'm gone. I really I feel like it's not entirely my comfort zone, but I thrive in that moment. I think I just come alive a little bit.
Right.
I don't know. I think it's because I've been singing since I was a young child. Like, it's in my heart, it's in my bones, it's in my soul to sing. Because my nan and my granddad, they were who I first sung with.
Yeah, so talk about this. So you headed up, it's been 10 years now, your gospel choir. 12 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
Which will also give you a hint and a clue to Joseph and how long ago that I did that.
So West End Gospel Choir.
I set it up when I was in Joseph.
Incredible.
Yeah, the West End Gospel Choir.
And that obviously came from your upbringing.
Yeah, my background really.
Your background.
Singing gospel music and being in the church and singing in the church and coming home and singing with my nan and my granddad. It just developed from there, and I just had a passion for performing. So my parents identified that very early on and made sure that they did the best they could to get me into all the various places to train and to learn more about it. and here I am today. Like it's remarkable, and I thank them and I bless them a lot for the sacrifices that they've made for me to be where I am. Do you know what I mean?
And the choir's just going from strength to strength. West End Live last year.
Oh my goodness.
Loose Women, weren't you on?
Yep. It's been mad. And every time an opportunity like that comes about, I'm blown away and I'm humbled, but I'm also reminded of not only what I've set up, but also the people that I have in the choir and how phenomenal they are. If they're not in the West End, they're people that want to be in the West End, that I work in front of house. You know, there are people that they're professional actors, singers, dancers. I got me some triple threats. Yeah, all up in my choir. It's a theatrical gospel choir, and we just surprise ourselves every time with the opportunities that come about. You know, the emails that I get from great clients that want us to come and perform and work for them. It's phenomenal. I'm very humbled and grateful.
And you made a really sweet gesture at West End Live. You dedicated the performance to 3 particular performances who we lost.
Yeah.
It's not only dedicated to the Queen of Soul, Aretha Franklin, but it is also dedicated to the memory of those that we have loved and lost. Hannah Bingham, Benjamin James, and Harry Wright. This is for you.
That's one of the hardest things actually with the choir, losing choir members. It's been really tough because we're all friends, we're all family, and I don't feel like I'm even in any place of emotional, mental maturity to deal with the loss of a choir member.
Yeah.
You know, these are people that I just love and care about so much. And to lose them has been really tough. It's been really tough. The first one that we lost, unfortunately, was Hannah Bingham. A lot of people in the industry might know Rachel Bingham's her sister. You know, but it was lovely because I remember after she passed, Rachel and her dad and some of the family came to the choir rehearsal, and we just dedicated the choir rehearsal to Rachel, and it just so seamlessly happened. Everything just sort of came into place. We just sang the songs that she loved and that we loved singing with her. You know, we had a sob, we said a little prayer, and it was just beautiful. So it's a kind of bittersweet thing, really. You know, bitter in the way that we don't want to lose anyone, but sweet in the way that we all manage to still come together when that happens, and we can bless the very family of the bereaved. You know, it's beautiful. And then obviously after her was Benjamin James, who was such a bright star in the choir and who was so phenomenal and spread his wings and, you know, was doing so much and doing so well, even fighting campaigning, you know, for people with brain tumours. And lo and behold, the third one that completely knocked me off my feet was Harry Wright, you know, who was such an effervescent character. Yeah, you laughed at it because you know Harry.
I know,
Harry's crazy, and his energy just, I feel like it matched mine. I felt like I'd finally met my energy match. You know, I think if anything, he's my spirit animal for real, because his energy and his vibe and his love and passion for life is just unfathomable. It's remarkable, and to lose him as well as a third choir member was just so hard and so painstaking. But we get through it, you know, you get through it. And it encourages you, it brings everything into perspective. We've got to live our lives to the best, you know, as much as we can. We've got to love as much as we can, laugh and sing and do whatever we want to do like it's our last day on earth every day, because, you know, tomorrow isn't promised, and that's something that I hold dear to every time I lose someone. Just recently lost my nan, so, you know, that perspective has come about again. It's hit me really hard.
So we're here at the
Boulevard. It's stunning, isn't it?
So we were both here last week watching Andrew Patrick Gordon's cabaret.
Listen, the way I was just ready to get on the phone to Nadeem and be like, nah,
can't do it, tap out.
I'm tapping out. He just came with all of the fire, all of the vocals. Like, where are these people aliens? Like, are they even human? His voice is incredible. His skill, his artistry is unreal. Like, I just sat there, like, just drinking him in, like, just completely mesmerised by his talent and his ability and his skill. And then obviously the guests that he had as well, they were awesome. Courtney girl and
Luke, everybody.
And who was the other one? Natalie, obviously my girl.
Natalie Green.
Amy Matthews.
Yes, well remembered.
Yes, they're all fantastic. It's hard not to remember them because they all just brought it. So I'm nervous. I'm nervous on that Thursday. I'm like, oh my gosh, it would never amount to that.
Is this the first cabaret you've done by yourself?
No.
So you've done cabarets before?
Yeah, I've done a fair few now. I used to do them back in the day, but I used to do them with people.
Yeah.
So I went to a Tituss Burgess. He had like a one-man show at the Hippodrome, and I struggled to get a ticket. Managed to get one on the balcony, and was living my best life because I adore him, and I just. I'm so inspired by him.
You could play his little brother.
When I'm older, I want to be
Definitely.
him. When I'm older, I want to be Tituss Burgess. And so it's strange how like our energies just connected that night. And he invited me down to sing with him.
It's Tituss Burgess. And I have no doubt, and I know that you know.
I got to speak to him, and he encouraged me to do a one-man show. So I decided that I was gonna, bite the bullet and overcome my fear.
Yeah.
Which was to go it alone and do it myself and create a show myself, which has been tough. But it's weird because even though it's very challenging to do, I've done a few of them now.
Yeah.
But it's funny.
So where was that at the Hippodrome, the first?
Yeah, the first one was at the Battersea Barge.
Nice.
Yeah, love a bit of Battersea Barge, me.
Whatever happened to it?
I don't know actually. I know that
Sank.
Nemesis. Don't say that. Good Lord, I hope it hasn't. Oh Jesus, that poor little boat. You're too bad. I don't know what happened to the Battersea Barge, but it was great little cute venue. They've still got, there's one called the Nemesis. I think they still do performances and things on. So it's still going. Maybe it's changed its name, I don't know. But that was the first time I did it, and since then I've done it here and there. And the one-man show that I put together is called Songs in the Key of Nate, which is obviously a nod to Stevie Wonder's album Songs in the Key of Life, because as you know, I adore Stevie Wonder. Like, he's my musical godfather. I've not met him, but if anyone can hook that up.
But you played him though, haven't you?
I've played him. I've played him several times. Yeah, that was, as I said, that's my first gig out of school. Yeah, mad at it.
How was that?
Crazy. Because obviously you learn at drama school, but then when you get into doing the show, it's like, oh, hold on, I'm having to learn all over again. I'm having to learn what it is to be on the road, because the first time I did it was on tour. So I was on the road and I was just learning my craft on the road, being amongst people, how to work amongst people, how not to upset people, how to make sure that you're professional. Always learning. Always learn. Thank you very much, Phil. Always learning. But yeah, like, it was a huge.
But how was it to play somebody so iconic and somebody that you idolise? And you've done it before with Ray Charles and James
Ray
Brown, like these people.
Oh, Ray Charles, yeah. Blues Brothers.
Yeah. But again, you're kind of emulating people
who are huge. Phenomenal.
Who people are familiar
artists
with, and that's a different kind of acting, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It takes your acting skill ability and your vocal skill ability, I think, and because I really admire these artists. I listen to them to the most finite degree as much as I can.
Yeah.
And I try to sort of get their little nuances and what they do, their voice. I try to lock into that and bring that. But obviously, it's important to also bring yourself. So it's kind of like a meeting of the two. I think that's what makes the magic happen in a way. Fortunately, I didn't have many bad reviews when I played Stevie Wonder, let alone Ray Charles, James Brown. But yeah, that's kind of what I think is great about doing those characters, playing those characters.
And then James, where was it? On the Road Again with Jersey Boys.
Who? Me?
Yeah.
I'm on the road again with Jersey Boys?
Were you?
Oh, was I on the road? Yes, I was.
So
for
you
2.5 years.
And then came into Piccadilly?
Yeah, for a year. Yeah. That was, again, madness.
A great show, that.
Singing like mad, singing all the stuff, because we doubled Frankie, my track and the Joe Pesci track. They we call the Frankie doublers. So we have to sing a bit of his vocals, and then we have to do our own little bit throughout the show, which was tough, very vocally challenging and demanding. But I really enjoyed it because, because that's like my heart. To sing like falsetto and soulfully in that way, it was just great. And like Frankie Valli's music is incredible, isn't it? Yeah. It's just that era of music is just fantastic. So it was lovely to play that as well for 3.5 years. To do it on tour for 2.5 years and then come into town for 3 years, for another year. Incredible. Very blessed, man, very blessed.
Well, we've got one other big show that we haven't talked about, which is returning.
Which is?
Sister Act.
Yay! With my auntie Whoopi Goldberg. Hey, she's coming back.
I need to ask you about her. So you did with Sheila Hancock and Whoopi Goldberg at the Palladium. Yeah. What was that?
It was mad. It was mad.
What's she like?
Sheila Hancock first?
Right. Okay, let's go. Sheila Hancock.
Sheila's hilarious. There was a time I remember when I hadn't yet gone on for my understudy, and I just admired the woman because Sheila Hancock. Oh my gosh, she's royalty, isn't she? So I was on the stairs, and Sheila doesn't suffer fools gladly, shall we say? She's very, very down the line, and so I'm on the stairs and I'm looking at her and she's looking at me. She's smiling. I'm like, oh my gosh, she's smiling at me. This is great. She actually does like me. I didn't think she liked me, and she just looked at me, and I looked at her, and she just went, "I need the rail." I was shook. I was like, "Oh, sorry." All my hopes and dreams of Sheila liking me were shattered right there and then. Seriously, it was.
She just wanted you to get out of the way.
She just wanted me to get out of the way. But then when I went on for my understudy, I was ready for her. I thought because she was like, Nathaniel, and I was like, oh my gosh, she's gonna have me now. She's gonna give me all the notes and say how rubbish it was. And she went, "You were fantastic," and she just gave me the warmest hug and was just so lovely. So I really got to see her character and her essence and her strength and tenacity. It's amazing working with these people. Yeah. They have paved the way for us, haven't they? Let's face it. So it is remarkable to get working with them. And then Whoopi the same. She was just a bag of jokes.
Was she?
Yeah, she came in with all the jokes. I mean, I shouldn't really be letting the cat out of the bag, but we used to play blow darts with her on stage.
Blow darts.
So if she catches your eye and you gotta hit the deck. Even if you're on stage, you gotta hit the deck. This is one of the executive producers of Sister Act and Whoopi Goldberg playing this game with you. That's how down to earth she was. She was incredible. Love it. Can't believe I've worked with these people. It's mad.
I can't believe she's coming back. This is a new reworked version of Sister Act.
I don't know. I'm intrigued. I really want to see it. I can't wait to see it. I just think it's going to be.
She's sharing the role with Brenda Edwards. Yeah. He's a friend of ours.
Yeah, we love Brenda.
I'm torn. I'll have to go and see it twice.
This is it, and that's what my focus is right now. I'm want to see Brenda, want to see Auntie Whoopi, because they're just
see
great artists, all of them. Yeah, exactly.
You must love that show.
Oh my gosh, it's one of the best shows I've ever been in, easily, hands down. One of the best shows I've ever been in, and to perform on the London Palladium stage is such a dream. Yeah. To actually achieve that dream is incredible.
Nice. So what can people expect from your cabaret this week? What are you going to throw in there?
So basically it's my heart. I'm going to throw in a lot of my heart. Yeah, I just think that we're in a bit of a grim time at the moment. Yeah. With, dare I say, the dreaded word Brexit. It's winter, it's dark, it's a bit gloomy outside. Some love it, some really don't like it and struggle with it. And I just want to bring a bit of sunshine to everyone's life with what I do. As well as a great positive message. I've just come from rehearsals with some of my backing vocalists from the choir, and I was just talking to them about it. I just think it's time that we share a bit of love with people and encourage people through the medium of the songs that we sing. So a lot of the songs that I'm singing have a really great positive, uplifting message. I just want people to be touched, and it's nice that it comes after showtime. So, you know, you can either go and see a show and then come and see a little bit of that. You know, a little nightcap.
Exactly, they're ideal, aren't they?
Yeah.
Nate nightcap.
Nate nightcap.
Like it.
So that's really it in a nutshell. I've kind of condensed my one-man show, Songs in the Key of Nate, down. So there are just a handful of songs from that show with some new stuff.
Oh, you're trying some new ones.
And we got some guests. We have Idriss Kargbo, who is my brother to my heart.
You've got the same age, haven't you, I think?
Yeah, we are. Yeah, same age. And that wasn't even strategically done. Like, I was just like, hey, bro, come and sing for me, please. And he was like, yeah, okay. So I'm like, yes, because he's great.
Isn't he?
Yeah, he's all the things that I really wish I was.
You did so 5 Guys Named Mo together?
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Is that what you met, or did you already know him?
Well, I met him before that. I met him socially, and we just hit it off. So then when we got to work together in 5 Guys Named Mo, it was just carnage. Really, it was. Because we had him, we had Omari, Douglas, Dex Lee, Horace, Michael Rand, Carlyle, you know, Edward Baruwa.
Yeah.
It was a dream team.
Fun show.
Brothers for life.
And a great little venue.
Yeah, great show, great venue. Yeah, set it up for it.
Yeah, purpose-built.
Purpose-built.
Amazing.
Beautiful. Really beautiful. Very blessed to be a part of that show. Had my own that show ages. I've got the mug.
Did you?
Got the mug, and I did not think that I'd get close to the show, yet alone in the show. So when it came about and I was offered that part as an alternate, I was.
Were you alternate for?
Yeah, alternate.
3 of them.
Yeah, alternate Little Mo and 4-Eyed Mo. Yeah, which was tough.
Yeah.
That Andrew Wright choreography will take out anybody. Let me tell you, or challenge, shall we say, anybody.
That Revolve was taking out people.
I was like, Andrew, you're trying to kill me. You're trying to get me to do this choreography every now and then on this Revolve. You don't like me. He's incredible. He's an incredible choreographer. He's fantastic.
Did you ever stack it?
There were a few moments, like near-death moments, you know, where I felt like I was just about to land on someone's head below me. But, you know, thank God that didn't happen. That didn't happen. It was great. It was such another opportunity to learn and hone my craft as a performer. The tapping and the choreography, as well as the singing and the dancing and all of that. You know, it was great. Great challenge. Beautiful.
Amazing. So Idriss is coming over.
Idriss is coming over.
We're doing
one of the guys from my choir as well who's going to sing a little song as well.
Nice.
Yes.
Are you looking forward to it?
I am, and I'm not. I'm nervous. I am looking forward to it, but I'm also very nervous because, again, it's another challenge. And I always say to people, it's weird how God just always trumps your challenges each time. When you achieve one thing, you're like, yeah, great, I'm good now, I can just coast. Something else comes along. And even though I said yes back in the day, now it's like days before the concert. You know, I'm like, oh my goodness. I hope that this goes down well. I hope that I don't say the wrong thing. I hope that I don't sound flat. I hope that I sing well. I hope that people get something from it. All those hopes. You know, so there's nerves there, but I'm also excited. I'm excited to share my heart with people again, because obviously in Waitress, you know, I'm ensemble, so I get to kind of like chill, sort of thing. There's no background in the ensemble there, as you know, but you know, there's not much singing solo for me unless I'm on for my cover. So this is an upfront moment for everyone. They get to hear me again, in a way.
Are you going to be expecting them all to stand up? Like a certain TV show.
Oh,
let's talk about that.
That was a nice segue. You better check the time because I got to start work at 6.
I think that's what we need to cover this. 100. So
altogether,
you were one of the top 100. You've made quite an impact with that series.
Yeah, it was crazy weird because
you were all over it.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting anything. I literally came in like the next person, just expecting.
How did you come about it? So did they approach you and?
They approached me.
Said, do you fancy this? And what drew you to that project?
The fact that there was an opportunity for me to be seen for what I'd already achieved in the industry and who I was as a performer, a West End performer, you know, as well as a choir director of my own choir. They took me in on that. Those were my credentials that were enough for me to be a judge. And I think the blessing is when you have worked in the industry for a period of time, you know what you're talking about. Yeah. You know, and because it's your passion, you talk passionately about it. So I think they saw that in me, because we did have to audition and we had interviews and stuff as well. So I'm glad that I managed to show them that I had something to give and share that on the actual program itself, as well as get some bit of airtime.
You were
Weren't
great.
expecting
You
it.
smashed it.
Mum was ecstatic. She was elated. She was like, "Oh, well, they're still there." I think she recorded it and everything, and it was a great opportunity and a great moment to kind of get on TV as well, which is something that I've.
Was it tiring? It looked tiring. Yeah.
Yeah. It looked tiring. Oh gosh. That makeup department.
I meant the whole show.
The whole show.
Yeah.
It's a lot. They cram a lot in, but they do it very strategically. You know, we get to eat, we get to have time to chill out. You know, we get to have time to be amongst ourselves and to do filming backstage.
Yeah.
It's like BBC have got things run so smoothly. You know, everything's kind of organised and quite well structured.
Yeah.
So we managed to squeeze quite a lot of episodes in, you know, in such a short space of time. I think we were there for like 2 weeks filming. Yeah, it was very magical for me. A magical moment to be amongst other artists as well. Different kinds of artists, different kinds of performers. You know what I mean? It was just great to kind of be a sponge and absorb. And a Spice Girl hanging out with Geri. Fancy that?
Why not?
You know, a bit of ginger spice. Loved it.
Was she always your favourite?
She. That's hard, you know. That's
you
hard.
can't pick a favourite, can you? It's not fair.
No, you can't. You can't. Mel B was definitely like up there. She's definitely up there. But I do have a bit of a thing for Mel C as well. Mel C is incredible. I just love her
You're
vibe.
just not fussy, are you? You're just
not fussy. Love a bit of sporty spice. I'm not fussy. I'll have any of them. Any spice, paprika, you name it. Jerk seasoning, I'm down.
Right. Speaking of cooking, I'm going to get you back to your diner.
Thanks, babes. Get
Flour,
those pies on the
sugar, butter.
Gotta say it right. Sugar, butter, flour.
I need to watch it again.
It's changed.
I don't even know the order.
How dare you? How dare you?
Sorry.
This was lovely. Thanks for having me.
You're quite welcome. Good luck for Thursday.
Thank you.
I'll be there.
Yay.
Cheering from the rafters.
Please, even if you're the only person, please. Cheer.
No, I think there's going to be a crowd.
I hope so. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. Whoever's there, they're going to get everything. They're going to
all
get
the Nate fans. Do you have a little word for them, all your Nate fans?
All my Who fans?
Your fans. The Natesters.
The Whosters, the Natesters. I like that. Natesters. Get that going.
There we go.
I don't have a fan group, by the way, because I'm just not cool enough. But to anyone that does like what I do, like, thank you. A huge thank you from my heart to yours. And that's why I do this, really. Yeah. I think it's one for the fans, particularly the Waitress fans that don't get to see me do much in the show whilst I'm on as my ensemble track. It's an opportunity for them to really hear me and hear what I do. So thank you. Thank you if you've bought your tickets. And if you haven't, please do buy some tickets, because it's going to be a great night. There's going to be things going on.
I can't wait. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Give me a couple.